Hello, our citizens. My name is Chris. I'm a brand education instructor from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for joining me on my joint series. Today, we're going to focus on our hips. So many of us have a lot of lower back pain, knee pain. A lot of that can stem from tightness and immobility in our hips. So through Qigong, mental focus, concentration, we can increase intensity to really change the condition and strengthen our hips to reduce stiffness and pain. So we're going to use that focus to help clean up our hips today. So let's get started. Bring your feet about shoulder width. Good. Take a gentle bounce. Just start to get a little circulation through your body. Because we're going to focus on our hips, you might want to deepen the bounce through the hips. Good. You might twist a little bit side to side, pushing yourself into those hips. Try to bring your mind and your focus there. Good. So we want to assess the condition of our hips. Good. And slowly stop. Press your feet, open your knees, tuck your tail, stack your sternum, try to stack the bones. If we can get in this habit, our joint health is going to improve just by standing. Now we're going to go in and deep clean a little bit. So focusing on your hips here, feel their condition. And now I'm going to shift my weight over to my right side. I'm going to put my danjan over that foot. I'm going to do a couple hip rotations. Now for those of you at home, you can hold on to something. I'll use my stick a little later when we go for intensity, because to get the intensity to heal, I need some help. So first I'm gonna bring my weight over, and then I'm gonna lift up my leg, and I'm gonna do some hip rotations to the outside. So we're just gonna do about 3. So feel that condition through the hip. Good, and then 3 to the inside. So coming to the other side. Good, and shake that out. Is that comfortable, uncomfortable? Is the balance wobbly? That we learn through this process. Come on over the other side, danjan spine over, lifting up the right leg becomes very light, and then 3 rotations to the outside. If you need to touch, that's okay. If you need to hold on to something, that's okay. When I first started, I needed to as well, to the inside. Good. And shake out your legs. Good. So this is where our hips are right this moment, and then we're gonna come back to that at the end to see how much we've changed, hopefully for the better. Good, so I'm gonna grab my trusty friend here, and it's gonna help me put some weight into it so I can keep the balance here. So I'm gonna bring again, I'm still bringing the danjan over my right foot, but I'm gonna lift the left leg up. So I want a little bend here, and so for our hip, it's got a lot of complicated movements. It's got a lot of movements. So we're gonna start with our flexion of our hip. So when you lift your knee towards your chest, this is flexion. So right now, without the stick, I wouldn't be able to get this high. So I can press and I can lift a little bit higher so I can feel that tension there. And then extension for the hip is I'm going to go down. Keeping the leg bent, it's going to go back behind me. I want to take my knee as far behind my body as I can go. Now, a lot of us are going to tip our torso. We don't want to. We want to stay in our hip. So try to drop your heel back more and try to bring your soul to the ceiling. So the stick allows me to not lean too much. I can cheat a little bit. Good, so I lift back up. So that's the full extension. This is the full flexion coming forward. So just moving into your full range of motion. We should do this every day for all of our joints. Good, coming back to the back side. Good, so now we're gonna add that focus, that resistance. So now imagine you have a 1,000-pound weight on your thigh there, and you're gonna push it and move it. So really slow. So without the assistance, I can't move this deliberately and this intensely. Lifting, 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 lifting. So when you get tired, you start to get a little wobble, a little vibration. Good, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now, like you're gonna push that 1,000-pound weight with your soul, with the back of your thigh, as you push it back more and more and more. Good, get that little squeeze. Notice I'm leaning, so I'm gonna try to straighten up. Good, and then relax that leg. Can you feel a little bit of tension there? It starts to release and move. Now, we can also do the same thing with a straight leg. But today we're gonna focus on the bent leg, so you can address all the different angles there. Good, and now we're gonna come over to the other side. So I'm gonna switch to my side, bring my danjan over my left foot, and I'm gonna bend the knee up. Good, so the flexion brings it up as high as it can go. Higher, higher, higher. The more I press down, the more I can lift a little bit higher. Good, and then down. So find that full range of motion. So you might not get far behind you. Try Try to keep the knee bent. Try to bring your soul to the ceiling. Try to keep your spine as tight as you can. Vibration, fatigue, all that good stuff. One more time. Just gentle, move your full range of motion. Up as high as you can. Good. And then down and back. Good. Now the focus, the resistance, imagination, 1,000-pound weight, drive the knee forward. Like you're lifting this weight up. So the more deliberate, the more intense, the more narrow your focus, the more you change your condition. The more heat you feel, the more vibration. Whoa, good. Let that sweat pour out. Now pushing down. 1,000-pound weight on the back of your leg. Moving back. Slower, slower, slower. Lifting, lifting, lifting. And relax. Good. So feel how that's changed the condition of your legs. They may feel a little lighter, a little warmer. Good. Now we're going to go through a little bit of rotation. So I'm going to bring the weight over here. I'm coming back to my left leg up in the air. My weight is on my right side. I'm going to lift it back up here. So the other special part of the hip is rotation. So we have external rotation. You're going to bring your foot up to the inside, like you're going to sit like a tailor with your foot up on your other knee. That's the external rotation. Inside the socket is rolling out. This one's more comfortable for most of us. And then you can come back to neutral. And then internal rotation, you're going to go to the outside. Try not to move your hip turn. In other words, it doesn't move very much. We don't use this kind of internal rotation often, so we tend to limit there. Causes back pain, knee pain. So keep trying to lift it as high as you can. The stick allows me to put a little effort into it. Now, 1,000-pound weight, really push through the inside of your foot. Like you're going to lift that 1,000-pound weight up, just rotating through your hip. Now, these things can also be done seated, but standing gives you a little bit more power. Now, with the outside of your leg, push down with the 1,000-pound weight. So we're really trying to unlock. So you get back to neutral, that's a happy place. And then when you start to go outside, intense. You feel a lot of vibration in the hip, maybe the outside of the knee, the outside of the leg. And come back to neutral and shake that leg out. So 3 to 5 reps is really powerful for cleaning any of these areas because of the intensity. Let's bring the weight over to the left side, danjan over, right leg comes up. Good, sink in, use a little support, and then rotate to the external rotation. Your foot comes to the inside. Good, lifting, lifting. Feel the turning inside the socket. Good, then into the outside, back to neutral, and then try to lift up. Is this side happier or less happier? Good. A little vibration. Now, 1,000-pound weight. Push the inside of your ankle. Push, 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 push. Slower, slower. Like the weight is there. You're lifting, 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 lifting. Trying not to move up and down. Oh, just the rotation. Good. And then to the outside. 1,000-pound weight. Lift, 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 lift. Feel that discomfort. I got a little pain, so that means I need to clean deeper. So I need to come back to this one sooner. Good, and then back to neutral. And relax those legs. Good, shake now. Are they still feeling lighter and stronger? Perfect. We have one more major movement for our hips. I'm coming to this side, weight back on my right side. This is abduction. So I'm gonna keep my legs straight because it's easier to see and easier to do. So keep your legs straight, and then you're gonna lift to the outside. Abduct, take away from your body. Try to lift, but try not to lean. It's easier to do it when you lean. Stay tall, and then lift, lift, lift. I can put more weight into the arm, which gets me a little bit more. Now my glute, like outside of my leg, they start to shake. They don't like me right now. So you feel that vibration. That means you're strengthening. That means you're cleaning. Now, slowly, just come back down. You're gonna let the leg cross in front of your center line and try to reach up to the other side. Try to keep it straight and try to lift. So now the inside, ooh, the adductors, the muscles that pull your leg back to your body. Good, those inner thigh muscles, good. And now, like the 1,000-pound weight, like you're moving through concrete, slowly, slowly. It's the focus, the concentration, the patience that really pays off to strengthening. Keep going. Keep going as high as you can. When you can't go any higher, you try it a little bit more and you get a lot more vibration. Good, now one more time to the inside. Good, squeezing, 1,000 pounds. Gravity's helping so it feels too easy. Go a little slower. Pull that weight across your body. Lift, 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 lift. When it's uncomfortable, you're halfway there. Good, and relax. Shake that leg out. Good, ooh, feeling a little lighter, lighter, lighter. Switching over, one last movement here. Good, straighten that leg. The abduction for this one, just comfortable, long leg, and then lifting to the outside. Is this side easier or harder? Good. Feel that glutes start to shake a little bit. Good. And then slowly coming down for the adduction. Legs comes across your center line. Try to reach it across your body as much as you can. So you get to the edge, it starts to give you the internal cues. Good. Now, 1,000-pound weight. Push the outside of the ankle. Push, 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 like you're moving. Lifting that weight with the outside of the leg. Good. Keep going higher, higher, higher. So without losing your spine, you want to lift as high as you can. And it has to be a little bit uncomfortable in there. Good. Now, inside, coming down. So you want to try to use your 100%. Good. Across your body. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Vibration, vibration, vibration. Good. And slowly release. Good. Go and shake out your legs. Good. So feel the new condition of your legs. We're going to come back to the hip rotations to where we started and feel different. You still need to hold on to something. Please do. Bring your weight back onto that right side. Stack your dantian and then lift up that leg. Does it feel stronger to support you? Does it feel more easy to move? 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 to the inside. So a lot of times it's that tightness, the stiffness that pulls you off your balance. So now your balance might feel a little bit easier. Good. Bring the weight over to the left side. Stack your dantian. Right leg becomes light. And then 3 to the outside. Good. And 3 to the inside. Good. Shake out your legs. Good. So if you have a lot of hip trouble, knee trouble, back trouble, come in there and clean through those hips. It's work, but it's so beneficial. So say hello to your new hips. Good. And thank you for practicing with me today. If you'd like to experience a full 1-hour brain education based class, please check the Body and Brain Center near you.